Influencers are the ones building our culture and leading the next generation. They are reshaping not only the landscape of entertainment, but also the psychological and social fabric of their audiences.
That's true.
When these influencers become more and more desperate for views, more and more desensitized and craving more dopamine. And what are the results when people try to be those they watch every day? Well, it leads to what you'll see in this video, where we will go over the worst influencers that are rotting our culture, starting with Adam22. Now, for those who know, Adam22 made a name for
Adam22,
host and internet personality, known primarily for his YouTube channel No Jumper. He had gained recognition for his interviews with up-and-coming hip-hop artists and figures from the urban culture scene, having one of the biggest podcasts in the niche, going viral on all of social media for years. But in March of 2018, a Twitter user posted a now-deleted thread that included screenshots allegedly proving that Adam22 had a sexual relationship with a girl when she was just 16, and he was in his 20s at the time.
Hold on. Okay, first of all, that's crazy what he just said. That's on some pedophile type shit. But what I was gonna say was, my nigga, why is niggas surprised that Adam22 of all people would be on that type of timing? Why is niggas surprised? I ain't surprised. The nigga is a weirdo. He's weird. I think what people gotta understand is that Adam22, he's a weird nigga that just makes a lot of money. That's really what it is. He's just a weird dude that just happens to make a lot of money. It just is what it is. You feel me? So I just don't understand why this comes to such a shock to everybody. It's not a shock to me. The nigga's a fucking weirdo. You feel me? Nigga, when I found out that this nigga was letting his wife get dogged out by other dudes, and he'll just watch his wife get dogged out by other niggas, that in itself just told me, oh yeah, there's something wrong with this nigga mentally. It's something about him we don't know about. You feel me? But come on, man, this shouldn't be a surprise.
Suggested that he might have sexually assaulted her. Now, of course, this was controversial and couldn't really be proven, but later on he would actually openly acknowledge the relationship in a blog post, and also shared explicit images of Desiree, the young female he supposedly abused. However, Adam completely denied the accusations of sexual misconduct, but for years this sordid story disappeared from the public spotlight. However, in March of this year, while filming a podcast episode, predator-catching platform official Perv Busters confronted Adam regarding his allegations.
I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation, man.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl?
Never happened.
Oh.
What do you think happened?
And so Adam would respond by booting them off of his show, reigniting public interest in this entire controversy.
Wait, right?
We can't take that jacket off of nobody.
Right? You got it.
Hey, man. No.
But it would only get worse from there. You see, as things started stagnating, his life started to get more boring. After the honeymoon period of his marriage, Adam22 wanted to change things. He wanted to make more money, more influence, and more fame. And why not spice up his relationship at the same time? So how would he go about doing this? Well, by seeing his partner getting frisky with other people for money. Now, most men are very uncomfortable with the thought.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But Adam22 isn't most men. He will do anything for views. He will do anything for money. You see, Adam22 is also an adult star, with his other adult podcast show being widely regarded in the adult content world. And in these podcasts, he would often end up having threesomes with the girl he'd be podcasting, along with his wife. But this would begin to change as soon as he married Lena the Plug.
Niggas bugged out. This nigga's bugged out, bro.
Man, aptly named Jason Love. Previously, Lena had
and it's so crazy because once Lena the Plug, once she got her first taste of BBC, you know, it's crazy because I made a video about it not too long ago. Not on this channel, it was on another channel, but you know, that channel kind of fell off. But I made a video about it, and that video got a lot of views on it because, and I think the reason why that video got a lot of views is because niggas really felt what I was talking about. They really was like, oh yeah, this nigga Mike, he talking some real shit. Cause this nigga Adam, he's one of those. He's a Hall of Fame cuck. That's what Adam22 is. He's a Hall of Fame cuck. He got all the badges for being a cuck. You know what I'm saying? Nigga sit right there and just watch his wife just get dogged out by a long BBC, just penetrating her the whole time. You feel me? And he gets off on it too. Now some niggas would be like, oh, he's just doing it for the money. No, nigga, he's also doing it because he enjoys it. He likes being a cuck. He's a weirdo. You feel me? I don't understand how y'all don't see that, man. The nigga's a weirdo. Y'all gotta see that shit, man.
On videos with other females and Adam himself. But in this case, Adam22 would hype up the video between Lena and another man. They were building up the suspense on Twitter, and their OnlyFans subscriptions went through the roof. The marketing was genius, but also completely debauched and morally bankrupt.
Ever interested in doing your first ever double penetration scene that me and Lena, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like,
Yo, dude.
would he be a suitable candidate? Can I tap him in?
Oh no.
There's absolutely 0% chance of that happening. And it's not because Elena is particularly unattractive, it's because she's married to Adam and I have no interest in degenerate, pointless sex, and I have no interest in making a spectacle of myself or even just involving myself in anything which I deem to be overall haram and pointless.
Especially considering that Lena and Adam have a child. And soon after all the hype, after all the
And that's what makes this shit so disgusting, bro. It's the fact that these niggas have a child, bro, and they be living this type of lifestyle, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, these niggas are weird, bro. They're weird. You know what I'm saying? But yet you have people who look up to these niggas, man. I feel bad for their kid, because now their kid is going to grow up getting bullied, and I'm telling you, bro.
A video of his wife getting penetrated by another man, and in the process losing all of his dignity and self-respect. Because soon after the video went viral, Adam22 encountered a whole host of online criticism as individuals began labeling him as a cuckold for permitting his wife to engage in a sexual encounter with another man. Adam even discussed this matter with Sneeko, but he would express his acceptance of Jason Love, stating that allowing Lena to partake in the scene was a beneficial career move for her, but a death sentence for his. Even though the couple would make millions from this, was it really worth sacrificing their entire family? The backlash on Twitter against this continued to gain traction in early July, and that's when Adam began addressing it through his tweets, defending both his and his wife's decision. In one of his tweets, he expresses his indifference towards being called a cuck, stating that he found the video to be utterly arousing. In another tweet, however, his true feelings
see what I'm talking about?
With the 40-year-old
he's one of those. He is one of those.
Jealousy initially regarding their decision, and since then the No Jumper host has shown no self-respect, embracing the backlash and dismissing any criticisms that have come his way.
Yo, Adam, you let it. Yo. Isn't it crazy that you guessed it on here, like, before I had even really...
He's one of those, man. This nigga's
You watched it?
I didn't watch it. I'll probably see some chunks of it.
So you just like was in another room listening to her moan and groan and shit?
I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga be watching gay porn, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. He look like the type.
Right, so when you say
He's one of those.
value, what is the underlying value of your wife getting railed by a big black guy?
Probably just money, primarily. But then
This
also,
nigga, man.
Instead of being honest and admitting that the idea of his wife sleeping with another man was a terrible idea, even if it made him loads
Weird,
of
bro.
money and fame,
So
Adam instead
weird.
doubled down on it, appearing on podcasts like Bradley Martin's and insisting that it was an excellent idea. You know, because he and his wife made loads of money from the sordid affair.
I mean, bro, the first question I have is like, why?
Why?
Yeah.
I guess, like, number one on the list would probably just be, like, money.
Rather absurdly, but not really surprisingly, Adam and Lena would then double down on this, releasing their own show titled For the Love of Lena, which sees 10 men compete for the chance to partake in a threesome with the duo. And although the show was free to watch, the threesome was only accessible
what
on
the
OnlyFans, of course, making them even more money by whoring out his wife. But what Adam and Lena failed to realize is that all the views and money in the world cannot buy you dignity, and they can definitely not buy you respect. Now his entire family has been ruined, his credibility destroyed, but at least he's gained millions and millions of dollars.
I feel bad for his child, man. I feel bad.
Culture today. Instead of Shakespeare's, we're starting to have Adam22's raise teenagers. This is where our society is headed. But individuals desperate for money and validation will go to the bottom of the barrel to outshock each other, completely whoring out their bodies and family just for more attention. But of course, Adam22 isn't the only talentless and tasteless influencer ruining our culture today.
Oh, this
There's also
nigga.
Neon, real name Rangesh Mutama.
Oh shit. Yo, you want to know what's so crazy? So this nigga, right? I found out this nigga by watching Soluminati. Soluminati made a video about this nigga like years ago, right? And basically this nigga faked his death on YouTube. I think he did it like 2 times. But he faked his death. Like he made like these fake ass videos of himself faking his death. And then he'll say he died and then make a video talking about, oh, I died, or you know, some weird shit like that, bro. And niggas is just not jacking it. And, you know, he got a lot of backlash for doing that shit. So it's just like, you know, it's so crazy like how people would just do anything for views. But to stoop to that low, that kind of low, to stoop to that kind of extent and do shit like faking your death. Now, if this nigga really die, niggas is not gonna care. Because they gonna think he playing. They gonna think he joking again. Like, if he really died, niggas is not gonna give a fuck. I promise you that. They're not gonna take it serious because he already faked his death twice. So if he really died, niggas is not even gonna care. They gonna be like, man, fuck this nigga, bro.
Gained recognition as a prominent NBA 2K content creator. But in recent times, however, he was inspired by the culture of streamers like Aiden Ross. And this is when Neon's content became scandalous and considerably more clickbaity. In short, he has morphed into a full-blown liar who even faked his own death on a YouTube video.
Something else. Okay, I don't want to make y'all stop losing my content. And lastly, bro, I'm gonna be recording a few videos with other YouTubers so you guys can still see me for a little bit until like you know, if the surgery doesn't go well, because if the surgery does not go well,
you just know he don't get no cheeks. You could just tell. You could just tell he don't get no cheeks. Just look at him.
He was universally hated by everyone online for his stupidity. Nevertheless, after faking his death, the 19-year-old
why you keep scratching your neck, bro? What's wrong with this nigga? What's wrong with you? You on heroin or something? This nigga keeps scratching his fucking neck like a crackhead. Like, damn, nigga, what's wrong with you? Neon, it's a lot about you we don't know about, my nigga.
Neon then appeared on a live stream with Aiden Ross and Sneeko, and what initially began as an open discussion with morbidly obese
who the fuck is this? Who's this plate cleaner right here, bro? What is this? Oh man, now I'm seeing all type of player builds in this video, and it's throwing me off. What is this? Is this a man, a woman? But like, what is this? A hybrid between the two? Like I don't even know what to call this. All I know is that this is a plate cleaner. But what type of plate cleaner though? Because it's different levels. So I don't know.
And TikTok personality quickly turned into a vicious attack. Now, I'm not really a fan of Lopez, but it's safe to say that Neon probably crossed the line here. The explicit tirade got so intense that even Sneeko, a content creator who often lacks a filter, decided to actually leave in the middle of the discussion. Now, of course, this was done for attention and clicks. The more you insult someone, the more controversial you can be, the more people respond, the more reactions you get, and the more polarizing you are. When you're polarizing, you always gain more fans and more notoriety. During this period, Neon would insult everyone, even Adam22. No matter what, he would take down anyone. And whilst it might have been entertaining, it was just also bottom of the barrel entertainment. What's the point in this stuff? Who wants to waste their time watching this garbage? It's just mindless and toxic. This is the stuff
little kids. That's who wants to watch it. Little kids.
Neon would eventually receive some karma. In a video that caused quite a stir, Neon could be seen trembling in fear as alleged thieves stole his phone and shoes. However, almost everyone was skeptical if this was even authentic. At first people thought this was karma, but then it just seemed completely fake, another lie for clicks, deceiving his fanbase once again. But it did go viral, helping Neon even further catapult his fame. Neon would even call himself a bitch, and in a somber tone, he seemed to lament, wanting Andrew Tate to be his new daddy.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, I just wanna say this, Andrew Tate, if you're watching this video, bro, I really appreciate you, bro. I really, really do. You're a fucking great human being, bro. You're an amazing
This nigga's
human
one of
being. To be
those.
honest, I don't think anyone else is doing that. After someone literally sat there on the internet for 10 to 15 minutes and tried shitting on you, you come back and you want to help me. And I'm gonna be honest, I need help. I do.
But of course, this was just to go viral. None of this was authentic, real, but it was entertaining for most. But more and more, Neon would just hang out with these hoes in LA and Miami, getting OnlyFans girlfriends simply for clout, and doing anything he could to get into influencer parties. Eventually, this sort of degenerate behavior got him criticized by Andrew Tate.
But Neon, or whatever his name is, he's a clown and Zuck's a clown. I don't want to insult them too much, but they're just children being stupid.
Why? Well, for using OnlyFans models in their video. Tate, a man who once ran a seedy webcam business himself that exploited lonely men for cash, accused Neon of lacking any creativity and of seeking cheap clicks by associating himself with questionable models, calling Neon a moron and accusing him of degrading himself. And to be fair, it's completely true.
Yeah.
And then more recently, just before the latest UFC event, UFC 296, Neon told his fans that he would confront Donald Trump at the event. However, after UFC officials were informed about his intentions, they denied the streamer any entry to the event.
Wow.
yeah, you're probably going to get busted up and thrown out of here, you know, making threats and talking dumb
Yo.
One doesn't really need to be a genius to think that Neon will continue doing what he does best, talking stupid shit. But why is this stuff popular in the first place? Do you really have to be at the bottom of the barrel? Do you have to go...
Bro, at the end of the day, the reason why this stuff is popular is because that's what people like, bro. People like drama. People like toxicity. That's just what the world likes. You know, it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate reality that we live in, but that is the reality. Most people like drama. Most people like toxicity. Most people like seeing niggas like him act like clowns and do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that is entertaining to most people. It is. It's entertaining. It's not entertaining to me personally, but it's entertaining to a lot of people who grew up in this era or in this age that we live in, where technology has developed so much now to the point where now you can get in front of a camera and make money just by recording yourself doing some dumb shit. That's the day and age we live in now. Back in the 90s and the 80s, niggas couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because social media didn't exist back then. But now social media has reached to a point now where, like, you could just be doing anything in front of a camera and make millions of dollars. You feel me? You know? It's crazy, but you know, that's the day and age we live in. That's why I say this social media stuff, it comes with its pros and cons. It's not all bad. You feel me? Because this social media stuff, it definitely has its pros. It definitely has its pros. And if you use it the right way, it could really change your life. But then you have some people like this nigga, Neon, clown, little version clown ass nigga. He'll use it in a bad way and he'll abuse it and do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using it in a smart, mature way. You understand? So it's sad, but you know, that's the reality.
Below to get views, and as this is going to be raising Generation Alpha, and as the worst
Damn,
of stupid
who
behavior
was
is
that?
rewarded with more and more money and attention, this stuff's only going to continue more and more. There's going to be an infinite amount of neons, and to accompany them, their OnlyFans girlfriends. But speaking of spreading manure with one's mouth, it's time we discuss Ruby Rose, a controversial influencer with more than 5
The
million
dot queen.
followers. Rose is known
Ruby
for
Rose, the
few
dot
of them
queen.
good. Ostensibly, she's a singer and songwriter. In reality, however, she's just an OnlyFans.
And she's also
After
a
all,
mutt
genuinely
too.
talented singers and songwriters sing and write songs. They didn't really expose themselves in OnlyFans unless they were a stripper to begin with. Although Rose appears to have quite a following, it's important to remember that appearances can be incredibly deceptive. But in late 2023, she would become famous, going viral across the internet, as the OnlyFans star revealed a string of messages from a supposedly desperate fan of hers. Everyone everywhere, Penguin Zero, all of Twitter,
Crazy, bro.
every corner of the internet was speaking about it. This man, a top spender on OnlyFans, expressed his love.
Look at this
In the
nigga,
initial
bro.
messages, the man questioned why Rose hadn't been responding to his messages, emphasizing the significant amount of money he had invested in their relationship. He always wondered why Rose didn't love him as much as he loved her.
Bro, look at these text messages. Ruby, stop ignoring me. Why are you ignoring me after all the money that I've given you to show you that I am only loyal to you and how much I love and appreciate and adore you? How dare you not answer me? I see you actively posting on your Instagram story and you have not answered me once. You are making me very mad. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I have treated you like a princess and you won't even take the time to respond to me? I will not tolerate this. I am sorry for getting mad at you. I did not mean to. I shouldn't have, but the love I have for you causes me to get very emotional, especially about you. Yo, my nigga, you gotta work on your grammar, my nigga. What the fuck? I love you so much, Ruby. You are my world. You reek. My queen, listen, I'm not reading that whole shit, but this nigga is one of those, you feel me?
Absolutely perfect. There was no one.
He's one of them niggas that be on the dark web. You gotta watch out for niggas like him. He be on the dark web. You just know he's one of those. Listen, you OnlyFans girls, you feel me? Y'all better be careful, you feel me? Brandon, he You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you OnlyFans joints, y'all better be careful.
In the world, the man wrote. You could be my queen and I would be your king. I would give you anything you desire. We could even have an unconventional relationship where you have the freedom to do as you please, as long as I know that you come back to me at the end of the day. I promise to treat you better than anyone else, Ruby. I love you with all my heart, he wrote. Obviously smitten, he continued, I have never felt this way with anyone before.
This is
I would
crazy,
marry you,
bro.
start a family with you, and be exclusively yours. I would give up everything and sacrifice anything just for you. I'm willing to do anything for you to love me, and I will give you everything I have for the chance that you will never leave me. I want you to be with me forever. In my eyes, I had never seen or known anything that I am so certain will be perfect, which almost sounded too good to be true. So infatuated with Rose, the guy known as Brandon even got a tattoo of her face on his leg.
Bro, look
Soon
at all
after,
these.
However, the truth emerged.
Look at this nigga. Look at this plate cleaner. This is a plate clean. No, fuck that. He's not a plate cleaner. This nigga's a relentless eater. Look at his player build. My nigga, did you choose the presets, my nigga? You didn't do custom? You should have did custom, my nigga. He just chose the presets. That's tough. You feel me? He looked like the type of nigga that would be on some weird shit, though. Just look at his player build. Scan this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he jerk off every single day. You know what I'm saying? One of those. You gotta watch out for niggas like him. You feel me? He the type of nigga to you know what? I'm done with this nigga.
Not for Rose, anyway.
I'm done with this
was
nigga.
just one giant advert, as Rose's alleged #1 subscriber came forward to address the $60,000 controversy surrounding the rapper, asserting that it was all a ploy to promote her account. What a shock. And it was genius, because everyone on the internet was talking about it. In an interview with the aforementioned Cock of the Year, Adam22, the man who was portrayed as an excessively obsessed fan spilled the beans, insisting that he never actually purchased any of Ruby's content on OnlyFans, and that the $60,000 actually belonged to someone else entirely, not him, probably the marketing team. He also claimed that Ruby's team had contacted him and paid him to stage the hoax.
I didn't purchase none of her OnlyFans content. I just went and took a picture with Ruby Rose, right?
Okay.
I got paid for it. I didn't know exactly what it was for. And I met up with her to take this picture. Next day, I'm like the fucking OnlyFans top spender. And they kind of let me know that I was going to be like this, like, one of her like subscribers, I guess, on OnlyFans or something like that, right? And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. You know, I didn't know it was gonna blow up to this big, huge story. At the same time, I'm like getting all this like hate and shit.
And although he did agree to have Rose's name tattooed on the back of his leg, which is really creepy, he was paid approximately $15,000 to $20,000 to ink his body. A move he will probably regret for many, many years to come. But it shows how easy it is for these
fucking
OnlyFans
weirdo,
to
bro.
manipulate with this
Fucking
algorithm
weirdo.
and
And that's why you will never have a girlfriend, my nigga. Because of shit like that. You do weird shit like that, my nigga. You doing all that for a fucking hoe. She is a hoe that will never give you the attention of the day. She will never look your way. She will never suck you off. She will never give you no cheeks, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You did all of that for a dog. Ruby Rose is a dog. And not only that, but she don't even know you exist, my nigga. You are non-existent to her, bro. And she took advantage of you by just taking all your money. And your dumbass kept sending her money. Idiot, bro. You I hate niggas like you. Listen, I hate niggas like him because it's niggas like him that give these type of females more of a reason to be hoes. It be dudes like him, bro, that ruin it for the rest of us. That don't even be on that type of timing. You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
YouTube to promote OnlyFans garbage. This is the ultimate advertisement. It's all fake. Anytime you see a controversy surrounding some OnlyFans star, always look behind the motive. Degenerates like Ruby Rose will continue to plague the internet and our culture and society with these subconscious and yet genius marketing tactics. But no one is more degenerate and sneaky than the Paul brothers. Now today we see them in the WWE and the boxing ring. Both of them seem to be doing remarkably well, accelerating their careers hugely from YouTube. But on
Now I'm not gonna lie, the like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like I'm gonna be honest, I never watched any of their content. I do know who they are though, you know what I'm saying? I understand they have a huge following, obviously, but I've never like tuned into like their content or anything or whatever. Yeah, I just don't find them that very interesting to watch, so I never just tapped in anything. So I don't even know the type of shit they be doing, to be honest.
These people have gotten away with everything, showing that if you have enough clout, following, and money, you can do pretty much anything you want, with both men having been accused of a whole array of scandals. But one of the worst they've ever done is their crypto-related scams and stealing money from their fans. There's a reason why the search for Paul Brothers scam brings up so many videos on TikTok. It's because the brothers have used this platform and other popular social media platforms to sell thousands of fans around the world very expensive lies. And of the two, however, Logan is by far the biggest sinner. He's not only thrown his friends and colleagues under the bus and gained a reputation as being as fake as you can be, he's also been involved in one of the worst crypto scams on YouTube. 2 years ago, Logan Paul unveiled CryptoZoo, an animated NFT venture heavily influenced by Pokemon.
We have a massive team behind it and are probably out of pocket like $1 million just because we believe it's going to work.
On development.
Yeah.
For a little over $1,100, individuals would have the chance to hatch and raise animal hybrids on the blockchain. The first 10,000 NFTs sold out. Everybody bought into this. This was during the crypto market boom. However, the game never materialized. Even now, as you watch this video, no game actually exists to this day. Investors were sold a well thought out lie. So what happened here? Well, in January of this year, Logan Paul, worth somewhere in the region of $245 million, unveiled a $1.5 million compensation plan for disgruntled investors who didn't get the game that they were promised, saying he wanted to offer a rewards program for players who were disappointed in the status of the game. A solemn-looking Paul also promised to finish the game. That promise was never fulfilled. But soon after Paul's pledge, a number of investors filed a class action lawsuit against both CryptoZoo and Paul.
So basically, these niggas was on some Wolf of Wall Street shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if you ever seen, if any of y'all never seen the Wolf of Wall Street, that's one of the greatest movies to ever exist, in my personal opinion. It's one of my favorite movies. But that's basically the type of timing these niggas is on. They on some Wolf of Wall Street type of timing. That's crazy.
Influencer and members of his team stole millions of dollars from them via a fraudulent venture. Now, the people in the lawsuit declined to speak, citing fear of retaliation from the Paul brothers. But then it got even worse, as in September of this year, Paul claimed he never made a single token, never sold any tokens, and never profited from the project. He also insisted that justice will ultimately prevail and that he is working tirelessly to rectify the situation.
I never made any money, never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in.
But if you find yourself rolling your eyes in disbelief, you're not alone. As in July, Paul proposed to his fiancée, Nina Aggo, which is a whole other controversy with the whole body count issue between her and Dylan Dennis. But when Paul proposed to her, he would gift her a ring worth almost $2 million. You see, instead of using some of this money to compensate his victims, he instead chose to spend it on a ridiculously expensive ring, rather than paying back the fans he scammed. And as CryptoZoo victims patiently waited for compensation, it seems like this day will never come, and Paul will continue to profit as a fully fledged WWE star in the hellhole that is Saudi Arabia, making millions if not billions with his new prime.
He's in the WWE?
Overpriced, disgusting caffeine-laden monstrosity that
I haven't watched WWE in a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
A drink that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Logan Paul is one of those influencers.
Yo, so they were the ones that started that Prime energy drink shit. I ain't even gonna lie, I had that shit one day. Like I just wanted to try it because I seen it in the store, and I tried the blue joint. The blue joint, that shit tastes like fucking Kool-Aid, bro. That shit is wild sweet, bro. You know they just put wild sugar in that shit. It's like sugar water, bro. Never drinking that shit again, bro. You drink this Prime shit, you're on your way to diabetes. That's all I'm gonna say. You're on your way to diabetes if you drink that shit, bro. That shit is wild sweet. Tastes like sugar water, bro.
That's rotting your brain. Now, discussed individually, it might seem like these influences have very little in common, but they have. You see, they are in many ways a direct representation of everything wrong with today's sopilistic, self-obsessed society, where people aren't rewarded for being respectable and decent, but for being dishonorable and indecent. Influencer culture, driven by the likes of Paul and Adam 22, is fueled by and incentivizes self-absorption, shallowness, conceit, and more often than not, deceit. It glorifies materialism, predatory behavior and ignorance, vanity and arrogance, all of which are detrimental to the development of a healthy, cohesive society. Before the dawn of social media, people like Adam 22 or Logan Paul would have been laughed at. concept, being called a narcissist, even a fraud, in possession of a bottomless insatiable ego. However, in this age of social media, this is the people raising our current culture. When their behavior isn't punished, it's reinforced. These guys getting paid untold millions of dollars. And that's why today we're seeing more and more aspiring influencers attempting to imitate this behavior. And if we are what we eat, we've got to ask ourselves, what is mass consumption of influencer-driven material doing to our minds and souls? Well, studies clearly show that influencers are degenerating teen behavior. These are the leaders of our new generation. And what does that say about where we're headed? In many ways, these modern-day influencers are the antithesis of what the great philosopher Peter Berger meant by the sacred canopy. The idea that all healthy societies build a figurative shield that protects them from the difficulties of life. This canopy offers a sort of shelter for members of broader society. It acts as a glue that holds people together. Sacred in this context doesn't necessarily mean religious. It simply means something we as a broader collective consider truly important, dare I say vital. It puts the we above me. And influencer culture does the very opposite of this. It places the influencer at the top of the pyramid, and their behavior, attitude, and culture trickles down into everyone who views it. And sadly, as recent surveys show, when children are asked what they want to be when they grow up, more and more people are saying social media influencer, and probably OnlyFans star in the years to come. Just imagine millions of children growing up on iPads, being raised by Anon 22, Neon, Ruby Rose, or Logan Paul.
Yeah.
This is the world that awaits us, but maybe it's already here. But who will pull the strings tomorrow? Welcome to the world of AI influencers. And if you think things are bad now, 2024 could be a completely different picture. You've seen not only will we deal with a huge increase of these degenerate influencers, but we're also going to have trained AI generated ones. Meta, the company responsible for Instagram, recently unveiled dozens of new AI influencers. And if there's one word that describes Meta's creation, it's just truly creepy. One of the influencers is called Billy, an AI generated creation that bears a striking resemblance to model and socialite Kendall Jenner. Like Billy, all Meta's AI influencers possess distinct personalities and resemble well-known celebrities or public figures. The AI influencers even share posts.
That is creepy as hell, I'm not gonna lie.
Chatbots will explore
That's creepy as fuck, bro.
And not surprisingly, many of these AI models are designed to titillate and excite specifically lonely young men. Already, the online world is flooded with hypersexualized, hyperpixelated female figures, many of whom seem like the ideal woman. But these computer-generated monstrosities don't just surpass conventional beauty standards, they have...
See, this is why niggas gotta get outside, bro. Y'all niggas gotta get out y'all comfort zone. Y'all gotta start going outside and start getting some pussy, bro. Like, that ass. Like, just start... Y'all gotta live life, you know what I'm saying? Like, we live in an age now where niggas just want to be on social media all day and just be on their phone all day, but niggas be forgetting that they need to live life, nigga, and not on their phone. You feel me? Now listen, as a fellow content creator myself, right? Yes, I have fun making videos and, you know, and being on social media, but at the same time, I know how to balance social media with my real life. I know how to do that. Now, I know everybody doesn't know how to do that. And that's why I'm saying in this video that you have to learn how to do that. Because at the end of the day, social media is not real life. It's social media, nigga. You feel me? A nigga acting a certain type of way on social media, he may not be that same type of nigga in real life. A lot of niggas be putting up acts or putting up fronts. They're not really being who they really are or who they portray to be on social media in real life. So it's like, my advice to y'all is to just live life, bro. Go outside and live life and have meaningful conversations and interactions with real people in person in real life, because that's what life is about. You understand? Not being behind a phone 24/7 for 8 hours a day. Like, come on, bro. You think niggas in the 80s and 90s was living life like that? No, niggas was going outside having real interactions with each other, bro.
We're genuinely approaching a time when men will actually give up pursuing real women as men become more and more sexless and instead settle for artificially generated alternatives. And 2024,
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
AI generated models are nothing more than
that's crazy.
Designed to keep you situated in virtual worlds, addicted to the pixels, consuming more and giving away all of your privacy. And now even OnlyFans has a huge surge of AI models. And now there's even FanView, a subscription platform specializing in adult content featuring nothing but AI personalities. But the platform hosts fake females like Emily Pellegrini, a 21-year-old AI model from Italy, and Sika Moon, another AI model that supposedly earns $20,000 per month for her flesh and blood creator. If all of this isn't creepy enough, FanView is also developing a message generator and audio tool that can mimic the AI models in real time, providing a more immersive experience for subscribers. And the proliferation of these plastic, hollow, empty AI influencers is such a hideous path that we're going towards, and it honestly makes you wonder who's paying for this stuff. I mean, the impact of influencers is already troublesome, but in 2024, their impact driven by the rapid rise of AI technology could prove to be absolutely devastating to our culture and society. But only time will tell if these AI influencers can actually replace real human influencers.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, that's the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, right? I hope y'all took something from this video. I know we live in a very digital age now, but you know, like I said before, there are pros and cons to the social media age that we live in now. I believe that there's pros and cons to it, and I believe that if you're someone who is interested in becoming a social media influencer, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not sacrificing your integrity, your dignity. As long as you're not doing those things and you're being real and authentic, there's nothing wrong with being a social media influencer, right? But when you start to sacrifice your dignity and your integrity, then that's when it becomes a problem, because now you're selling yourself for views and money. You're not being real. You're not being authentic. You're doing whatever it takes to get views. You don't want to be that type of person that just resorts to anything for views. You don't want to be that type of person. Trust me, you don't. And you won't gain no respect for that neither. But yeah, man, that's the end of the video, man. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all next time, man. I'm out.